This here, y'all. This here. I don't know. People were talking about how, anyway, we all know that Wendy Williams had a new little documentary come out. Seems like they're doing them every year for her now on Lifetime. So I don't know whether it was Lifetime last time or whatever. But we heard about, we got this news this week, and that was really convenient right before the documentary came out that Wendy Williams diagnosed with I can aphasia, ap, aphasia. Let's just call it aphasia and dementia. Same disorder as Bruce Willis. Wendy Williams has been diagnosed with that and dementia, the same disorder as Bruce Willis. And the news comes ahead of a new documentary of her recent troubles. I watched it. Let me tell you, I watched one and two. It was as expected. It was as expected. Um, it was that, and now it's that. The eyes bulking. Is that eyes bulking thing because of the that A word? No, it was Lifetime before. Did Lifetime just making money? Um, Somebody put a root on her. She better go over there and beg Tabitha Brown to take off the curse or the blessing or whatever you call it. Because after Tabitha Brown told her what she told her, oh, so thyroid makes the eyes bulk out. Okay, thyroid makes the eyes. It was really heartbreaking. But the thing about it, the funny thing about it, we always watch. I don't know if about you, but I watch TikToks, and a lot of people are putting their loved ones who have dementia kind of on TikTok, not in a way, not really in a way of exploiting them. I don't think they're exploiting them, but it's in a way of this is what can happen to your loved ones as they age. And then they show a time where they're really mean. The person with dementia is really mean, but the caretaker still has to be calm and collective and caring for them. So I think seeing this documentary and seeing some of the ones that I've watched on TikTok, it just kind of settles the blow as to say, oh, okay, yeah, she is experiencing. This is what Wendy Williams is experiencing. The dementia. She was very mean at times. Who she really likes is Will Selby, which he was the DJ on the Wendy Williams show. He's also her manager at the time of taping. He's her manager. I'm not sure if he still is, but he seemed to have a lot of care for her. There was rumors when people were saying that they were dating, but of course, people are going to say that when a man and a woman are spending a lot of time with each other. But he seems to have a lot of patience with her. He tries to do some tough love. He tries to adhere to what Kevin Hunter Jr. wants to have, because even though Kevin Hunter Jr. doesn't have control over his mother, he used to have power of attorney until the courts came in and they said Kevin Hunter was spending too much money. Of course, Junior says that I was spending money at my mother's word. Now, in his defense, he is the only child. They were talking, calm down, child, please stop, calm down. Will is a crook. So you believe that Will is a crook. Okay. I think some people do believe that. I used to think this was an act. I guess no, I don't think it's an act. I think it's 100%. I think she's 100% who she is. But they chastised Kevin Jr. because he spent like $100,000 on a 19th birthday party. Then he was spending like 80 grand or something on his rent. Now, when you're Wendy Williams' only son, your mother is living in a million dollars of house or penthouse, and you're supposed to, I guess, live on government assistance or some really insignificant home. But he lived in a nice apartment, which cost a pretty penny, but his mom had been paying for it. So when he dipped into there to pay his rent, of course, the Wells Fargo, everything, all the whistles started blowing on that. So he had to relinquish they snatched it from him. So he has no control over what his mother's doing. His mother calls him when she wants to call him and that type of thing. But I felt that, it is my feeling, I didn't feel that he was a crook. I felt that he really loves his mother, but his mother's alcoholism, and she said she did cocaine pretty much every day, before Kevin was born. And that's like Rick James. When Rick James died, I think he died of a heart attack. Well, yeah, you done had so much crack and PCP and everything. Your body is just tired. So I think that was the issue. I think that's the issue with Wendy. Let me see. Wendy and Kanye got the same. Queen Mom says Wendy hasn't been healthy since Kevin Sr. had that baby with his mistress. I do believe that. I think that also triggered some additional alcoholism, which triggered different. When you're an alcoholic and you have a thyroid problem and you have all these problems, of course, your lipedema is going to get even worse, because she does have lipedema, and, they blessed us by showing her feet on the ooh, I almost choked just looking. So first I thought she said she had like 2% feeling, and then later on they said she had 6% feeling, but she's still over there walking, and I don't know how you can walk on them feet. But my God, let me take it off the screen before y'all barf. So yeah, Jesus. So that was Will, and then the brother had something to say. They say the brother been clout chasing for a number of years now. She didn't even talk to him, but he would go live and talk about Wendy, and he didn't have no authority to do it. So he's had a little something to say, but really, don't nobody really be thinking about the brother because they feel they didn't get along anyway. Let me see. Okay. And the father talked. Of course, the mother has passed away, and they did share how the mother and Wendy were very close. And even after the mother died, they believe she even, went kind of spiraled into the opposite direction as well. But Tommy Williams Sr., he talked, and they love Wendy, but you can't. You're talking about somebody who supported the family all the time. They supported the family. Wendy supported everybody in that doggone family. She did. What was really sad, they took Wendy back to Ashbury, New Jersey, and they had a street. She had a street named after her, and she couldn't even remember where she lived. They were like, "No, you lived right here or over there." She was like, "No, I live back there." But you can tell that dementia and stuff is just really getting to her. She didn't even know, couldn't remember where she lived. Yeah, that mother's death, I think, really, and after Kevin and the mother, it's like, oh man, it's just crazy. Let's see. Hi, hello says, and a potential mental health crisis for better terms for. Yes, that would definitely, you built this and you think you have something great with your partner. You build this great company up. I personally, I'm not giving Kevin Sr. a pass, but I better not say that because y'all, I'm always with my unpopular opinions, but he was like, getting her to the set was like a chore. It was always something. It was always, he just couldn't. I can see him wanting some relief, wanting to talk to somebody. Y'all stay with me now. I'm not giving Kevin a pass to cheat or have a baby. But I do understand what probably happened. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just saying. All right. So, but they did talk. I think his nephew was good. Wendy's nephew, he talked sensibly, I think, because he lived with Wendy for a while. So he experienced a lot of things. He said Wendy would just come home from work. She would go to her room, get her bottle, get her vape pen, and you wouldn't see Wendy until 5 in the morning. So now, this one right here, this Publicist, I got a real good side eye on her. She wants to keep the train moving come hella high water. She wants her checks to keep on coming in. Wendy called her fat, told her she need to have lipo, throwing clothes at her, making her go in the smoke shop 50 million times. And the girl is just sitting there. And then they said, well, Wendy thinks she's going to have some podcast. Baby, you ain't having no podcast. No. But this girl, this girl, the Publicist, I think she's definitely just into it for the money. I don't think she has Wendy's welfare at heart at all. She got beautiful hair, but that ain't adding up. Yeah. Yeah, something's not right with her. So I will say that the poor driver, she put him through the ringer too. But I don't think they needed hold on. I don't think they needed a part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just get to the nitty gritty. They could have knocked this out in one night, I think. But they are milking this thing, and I guess it's gonna give Wendy some money too. But they are milking this thing. But they definitely didn't need to do it. So overall, I mean, it's another Wendy documentary. That's what it is. It's another Wendy documentary. So, but listen here. With her looking like this, so pale, and all she does pretty much is sleep and drink alcohol. They try to shield her for it. She hides it in the doggone bathroom. She hides it everywhere for her to get it. Somebody is buying it for her, and she may be doing it, Instacart or whatever, what have you. But I doubt it. Somebody is buying that stuff for her. Somebody that she's paying. So it's a sad case. It's definitely a sad case. So we are praying for Miss Wendy. I guess there's going to be more episodes, I guess. I don't know what else we can see. But, I think most of it was printed, back in 22. So it'd be interesting if we can see as of 2024 what's going on with Wendy now. All right.